Hey guys, welcome back to the Independent View. I finally was able to reach level 51 with my seasonal character, and I thought I might take you guys through a light review of my findings and what has changed during Season 1. This is my sorceress build, and this is actually really cool gear that you'll see. We'll discuss a bit later now as we go through it. So, what has actually changed or what's new in Season 1? And the easiest way to explain this is to go through the actual Season of Malignant rewards. First things first, you'll find that we have a whole host of different levels that we need to complete, from Chapter 1 all the way through to the Destroyer level. And these are fairly basic activities that you need to complete that you would actually go through playing the game, doing the normal stuff, be it finishing off sellers, collecting malignant hearts, finishing off strongholds, and so forth. And as you progress, you'll get rewarded for each chapter. The nice thing about this is that I've seen is that the rewards are quite good for changing your build, or at least making small unique changes to your build, and they've allowed us to enter these codec aspects that allows us to make small but strong changes to our build, normally that you would only get from legendary items later on or in higher tiers. So you have access to this quite soon as you start off Season 1. And as you progress, you will see that the rewards are actually improved as well. So this makes it quite fun. This allows us to progress playing normal activities through the game as we're building up and completing of Season 1. Another feature that we can also look at is the cosmetic aspects, which is at the bottom. And here we have a lot of cool unique items that we can then also install onto our characters as we're going through and making progressions up during the season. In total, we have approximately, I think it was 88 or 90 days to complete Season 1, so you have a fair amount of time to do this. The other unique items that we've received during Season 1 are what we refer to as Malignant Hearts. You will also learn more about this through the story. And Malignant Hearts is basically the following. There are three main Malignant Hearts. Brutal, which is specifically focused on defense. There is Devious, which is specifically focused on utility, and basically it will increase your utility aspect of your character. And then Vicious. Vicious is focused predominantly on offensive skills when increasing offensive power. And as you go through, these are the three main malignant hearts that you will find throughout the game. And you're going to find out, Stefan, how do we get these caged hearts? Caged hearts hold malignants. And these you will find in the following manner. So you'll find these either fighting malignant infused monsters, or you'll find them in specific tunnels. Normally you find them predominantly more in the tunnels, malignant monsters. In those tunnels you'll find and you'll receive these various types of hearts. Or throughout the world you'll find them randomly scattered wherever they are throughout the hearts as well. So best way I would say is to farm them in tunnels, or during your run around the main world, you will find them in the world as well. But like I said, focus predominantly on that. My experience here is to say, listen, if you do find these things, you'll see that they are marked level 1, level 2, level 3, and this is directly related to how strong they are. And as you level up, you will get stronger malignant hearts. Each one in total would possibly add a various skill to your specific build. In total, there are 32 malignant hearts, more or less 16 per character, 4 per build if you really want to focus them down per character. But small changes can take effect, and that can actually help you out as you experience in Season 1. The last heart, the fourth one, which is the hardest type, is called a wrathful heart. I have one here, which is placed into my ring. Let me just give you a quick scoop. And as you can see, wrathful hearts are actually very strong. They're also obviously extremely rare, and as you find them throughout the world, you have to fight either a wrathful infused monster. As you go higher up into the tier, you'll find these more frequently as you get stronger. Wrathful hearts can be found in two ways. Like I said, either fighting a wrathful monster in a tunnel, or you're coming into the craft workshop here in Kovestadt. You can come through here and you can actually check it out and say, listen, uncertain hearts, this gives you a potential to drop a wrathful heart, a bit rare, I don't know what the drop rate is here, or an uncertain invoker where you can get a wrathful invoker as well. And this obviously takes resources that you go through. Just a quick one on this is try not to store these things too long. The best part here is that if you have a socket item that needs one, for example, here I would require a purple. A purple is a devious heart, for example. Put it in. If you don't have one, obviously try to find one. If you don't have a use for it, I would say then come into the workbench, the commons workbench, and then from here you would actually want to salvage the specific malignant item that you are not using, and that will obviously give you resources where you can then say, okay, fine, listen, I can then go and craft one of these items to find a wrathful heart. Just a quick one, just if you can't identify it: vicious, offensive. Offensive is red. Brutal, the defensive. Defensive is blue. The devious is for utility, and utility is purple. And wrathful is the extremely rare one, and that's normally a gray in color, and that can actually go into any socket. So very, very useful. So that is the core difference for season 1. We can say that this will make your builds a bit more unique for season 1, where you can try out unique items to obviously modify your build as you go through it. So what else is happening during season 1? As you know, during the patch 1.1, a lot of the characters was nerfed. Predominantly Bob and Sorceress was quite a lot weaker. Once obviously we had the campfire chat that discussed on how they wanted to obviously launch these simultaneously, with the nerf to the dungeons. Just the general cap there is that dungeons at tier 100, for example, was now dropped down to about tier 70, and they were then equivalent to being able to be completed quite easily with the nerf to those characters. There is a final patch or another hot patch coming through, 1.1.1, and this will see an increase or buff to Bob and Sorceress, and hopefully this will be a balance out where these characters do not feel so fragile compared to the other two characters. In total, can't really complain at the moment. Season 1 has been really fun. Gaining up XP has been really easy, following all of the different story modes as well as the tunnels, and increasing the XP was been fairly easy. I think it took me approximately 2 days with basic playing, maybe 3 or 4 hours at a time, to get to level 50. My suggestions to you would obviously be to focus predominantly on, let's say, the Whisper Tree, a great way to farm XP, a great way to get up extra gear. Obviously, being able to do that ever so now and again will also help you to XP or grow your XP faster as you go through the seasonal 1 story modes. As you pop up, you will see that the world bosses is able to obviously also helps with regarding finishing off certain criteria. And yeah, overall the experience has been quite good, quite positive. I really am looking forward to patch 1.1.1, since I do play with a sorceress, and hopefully everything will fall into place as the season 1 progresses, and they're obviously learning from this. So guys, if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to look up in any items as well. Like I said, go out there, finish off as much of the story as possible, finish off those strongholds, finish off those waypoints, get that gear for season 1, and yeah, all the best. Take care. Cheers, guys.